Hi guys, I'm Claire from the Kitschy Kitchen, and I'm here with my friend Olivia
of LoveHealthFitness.
And we have challenged each other. I'm very excited about this. So this is part of our ongoing Girls Guide series, and the challenge today is to healthify each other's favorite junk foods.
So I challenged Claire to healthify peanut butter cups and brownies.
And I'm very excited about it, and nervous, but excited because I am doing gluten-free vegan brownies with a very secret ingredient.
Ooh,
I know.
Leave it in the comments if you can guess what it is.
I know, I'm curious if anyone's gonna figure it out, but I'm very excited about it. And on her channel, Olivia is gonna be making my favorite healthy, which are French fries. So good luck with that.
So we're definitely gonna be taking French fries and using sweet potatoes, which is slightly healthier, and making it sweet, savory, and spicy all at the same time.
That's gonna be so good. So definitely check out her channel for that video. But now we are gonna dig into some chocolatey, peanut buttery goodness.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be so good. So let's get started. So to start, the secret ingredient, I have 1 3/4 cups of canned black beans.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we are gonna break these down with everything else in the food processor, and that's kind of gonna be the base of everything. That's sort of where the texture comes from. That's the starch here. That's kind of what's holding everything together and binding it. And then also binding it, I'm making a flax egg. So I have 2 tablespoons and a half of flax meal, and I have 6 tablespoons of coffee. So this is kind of cooled room temperature coffee. And then I have 3/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and you wanna use the best you can find, which I know everyone always says use the best you can find, but with this recipe, it's so important because that's where all of the flavor really comes from. So I'm using Valrhona, which is absolutely delicious chocolate. I then have 1/4 cup of smooth peanut butter.
Yum.
I know. And so our source of sugar in this recipe is actually maple syrup. So we have 2/3 cup of maple syrup going into it. And then to kind of give it a little bit of lightness, our leavening agent is 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. I have 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, which is just so good. Big fat pinch of salt, some vanilla, and then I have 1 cup of vegan chocolate chips going in.
Yum, chocolate chips. Chocolate, peanut butter, I think this is gonna be a winner.
I know, it's definitely a good start, right? Like this can't go that wrong. So I'm very excited about it. All right, well, and it is literally that easy to put together. So let's get started.
Just dump everything.
Basically, it's a dump and stir, yeah. All right, so first things first, I am going to make my flax egg, which this doesn't really do anything other than bind everything together. So you can't make a souffle with a flax egg, for instance. But it really does a great job of kind of bringing everything together. So I'm just gonna mix this until it gets nice and kind of gooey. So while that sits, I'm gonna add everything else. So we have the black beans going in, cocoa powder, maple syrup. I love maple syrup in recipes because it just, once again, it adds that just little bit of extra flavor that just plain white sugar wouldn't give you. Baking powder, coconut oil.
Yum.
So good. I think if anything from shooting with you today, I've realized is just how awesome coconut oil is.
Definitely.
Definitely a plus. Peanut butter. And if you do not like peanuts or you're allergic to peanuts, you can definitely do almond butter, you can do cashew butter, hazelnut butter.
Nutella brownies.
Oh my gosh, Nutella. I don't know if that's healthifying anything, but that definitely would be fantastic. Big fat pinch of salt. The vanilla I was talking about. And then I'm gonna save the chocolate chips for the very end because I don't want them to break down too much. I want them to stay like nice little morsels. All right, so this has had kind of enough time to sort of become a little bit goopy, a little bit more viscous. And then I'm now just gonna churn it all together. And the reason why I'm doing this versus like just hand mixing it is because I need to break down those black beans because that's gonna be the main binder here. That's what's gonna give everything its structure. All right, here we go. And now I'm gonna add the chocolate chips straight in.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good already.
It smells like a peanut butter cup. You could eat this raw. There's nothing in it, really. I mean, you know, there's no egg or anything like that, so it would be delicious by itself. All right, that's plenty of movement there. The fancy chefy thing I was talking about is using a disher, which is this. An ice cream scoop with a spring attached to it. And what's great with this is that it means that you're gonna get everything to be the exact same size. So everything cooks evenly. And because it has this little scoop in it, it basically means you don't have to deal with using 2 spoons or getting your fingers dirty or anything like that. So lid is off.
Oh my God.
Smells good.
It smells so good.
So I scoop like that.
Holy moly.
I know, and you just go in. And a lot of vegan gluten-free brownies like this will say just to put it directly into the muffin tin. I do not agree with that. I tried doing that and they stuck, and because this doesn't have any flour in it, the texture is super delicate. It kind of melts in your mouth. It's really delicious, but it is very delicate. So if you don't want to deal with sort of, pieces of your brownies breaking off and just trying to get them out of the tin, I like using the cupcake wrappers because it just protects them, and it means that you definitely are going to get an absolutely delicious brownie out of it. All right, and that's it. So now I'm gonna bake these in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. It's similar, one of those things you just kind of keep an eye on. It depends on how much you fill them up, how hot your oven runs, but it's about 20 minutes. You want them to be pulling away from the edge slightly, but still very dense and gooey and rich on the inside.
So I'm super excited to try these.
I know, I cannot wait.
So excited.
All right, in the oven they go. So the brownies are out of the oven. They look adorable. And you can tell they're nice and fudgy because just by pressing into them, it kind of sinks in and is really dense and rich. And so to go on top of them, just to really put an exclamation point, I am doing really soft whipped coconut cream with peanut butter.
I love coconut cream.
So good. So this is one that I've whipped just very softly, so it's just barely thickened. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of peanut butter, so a few tablespoons is fine. And so this has already a little bit of agave nectar and some vanilla in it. You can make it as sweet as you like. So I'm just gonna mix this together. Beautiful. That's exactly what I want. I just want it to be just almost like a thick sauce. I want it to be really rich and creamy. All right. I'm going to drip this on top. So it's just gonna pool and kind of add this really luxurious little moment.
You can totally smell the peanut butter in this.
I wanted to make sure the peanut butter came through. I wanted it to taste like an actual peanut butter cup. All right, I think we should eat one.
Yeah, I think so.
These look fantastic. All right, well, I'm gonna grab one.
I'm gonna get the massive one,
The big guy.
The big guy.
And here's the thing, you can eat these like a regular brownie, no problem, but because we did a little sort of sauce on top, I thought it would be really nice to eat them with a fork.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. I'm gonna get a piece, guys.
Technical difficulties.
All right, ready? Here's the moment of truth.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Is that success?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited about this.
It's so good. I can't really taste the black beans at all.
And that's the point. It does not taste like black beans. Please do not be scared by the black beans.
But the peanut butter and the chocolate, it is amazing, guys. You have to make these, seriously.
What I like about them is that they don't have typical gluten-free ingredients. They don't have xanthan gum, and they don't have different types of, starch-based flours like garbanzo bean flour or brown rice flour. So it has this just really rich, really intense flavor and nothing else getting in the way of that.
There's no junky stuff in it. It is awesome.
All right, I'm just gonna keep eating this.
Yes, yes.
Well, and make sure, guys, if you want to see Olivia's take on my junk food favorite, French fries, check out her site. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, sweet, savory, spicy, crunchy, and creamy all at the same time.
What? I don't know, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be as delicious, possibly more delicious than these brownies.
Yeah, so head on over to Love Health Fitness.